Welcome back to WW3 News. Also, in my last few videos, we're going about this family in the woods who lives in Abruzzo. They live in the forest, away from modern creature comfort technologies, from electricity, running water and gas and stuff like that. And these kids were taken away from this Australian couple, very well educated, and the kids don't go to Italian schools. They were homeschooled, and here in Italy, it's legally recognised you can homeschool your kids, long as at probably end of the school year, they undergo an exam. A motive the judge has written to take away these three kids with a mum from where they live and put in this, they call it protective structure, is because they don't socialise with other kids. They don't do the normal things like normal kids do, all day long on the mobile phones, on the internet, going to state schools which absolutely you don't learn nothing from, and you have to follow the model of the state. You must pay electricity, you must have gas, you must live in a overpopulated suburb with violence and so on, and on all those toxic things which are in that environment. And it's very interesting to know, if the judges are so concerned about this, why don't they take away the children from gypsies who live in these camps amongst the rubbish and rodents and live in poorly hygienic conditions? No. This even applies for children who come from immigrants, which do not follow the so-called narrative which the state wants everyone to follow. You got to explain that to us as well. All the government thinks the kids of Italians or of that nation belongs to them. This is just a type of warning to everyone. If you don't follow the narrative in the future, we can take away your car, you can lose your job, you can lose your house. If you've got kids, we can even take away that. It's got nothing to do with the well-being of these kids. And plus, the social services, as we know recent times here in Italy, probably in other Western countries, instead of helping families, they just destroy them, because there is a big financial interest behind it. Putting, whether it's kids, disabled people or elderly people, in these so-called specialised structures, because whoever is trustee or tutor them, they get paid for it. And it's not known how much they get for doing this, but there is a lot of money behind it. And in these structures, which are mainly could be a charity, could be association dedicated towards these people, category of people I should say, we're talking about thousands of arrows, or even more a year they get. It's the same thing as when they used to, regarding these immigration centres or hotels here in Italy. We're talking about millions of euros here. And there was a case of Bibbiena, which is a bit like this, which is a social service with the judges, which are politically lefties and wokies. They destroy families. They haven't got a foggiest idea what a family is, because they detest what the family stands for, what middle class people stand for. They're the ones who are the backbones of society, and those who provide growing up next generation. And the centralised state thinks they should have control of everything. But in most cases, these type of responsibilities regarding looking after disabled people or elders, they tend to, well, here in Italy, this type of responsibility tend to be a scapegoat of this situation. And the whole responsibility is on the families, whoever is a relative to these people. It's a schizophrenic view they have towards social problems regarding families, kids, elderly people, and even disabled people who can't, fend for themselves. They can't look up for their own rights. They need someone who need to defend them. But the case is, here in Italy, in the last 25 years, these people who should defend their interests, tutors, whatever, trustees, what the fucking hell they are, they just steal whatever they got, money in the bank or property of a house. And believe me, these people, with co-workers of the local authorities, invent situations to put these people in a situation of need, artificially created, make the situation more worse, and therefore this trustee and thingy will say to judge, no, we're going to have to put this person in a home if it's an elderly person, or if it's a disabled person, in a place specially for them. And therefore, and there starts the money. These trustees and all these figures, they get the share of the cake, financially speaking. They are there for that function, to destroy families. They're in the business of putting people into special structures, rehabilitations, or other type of caring structures for people who can't, how do you say, and are not able physically or psychologically speaking, look after for themselves. They have this tutor, and there's all these type of series of people. The tutor or trustee, social worker, social services, and co-workers, which most of them are scumbags. And there were another story about co-workers. 2 cases of co-workers. There is good and bad in everything in this world.